Hello, Tony. Hello, Tony. Hope you can hear me now. El Haj, Emmanuel. How are you guys? Yes, Tony was first, El Haj second, Emmanuel third. Hello, dear. Nadia, how are you, Nadia? Nadia, is this first time you're here, or have you been here before, or have I just forgotten? And remember, everyone, some of you I may remember, but please let me know where you're tuning in from, how old you are. Ah, second time, Nadia. Okay. No, I wasn't away, Emmanuel. I was just busy with other things, and I thought I was dealing with some videos that I was putting together for the Farsi program, the Los Angeles television program, and doing some short new video for you guys for my channel, as usual, and hopefully as soon as I have the proper thumbnail for it, I will upload it. And it's a short 6 minutes video about thinking, and so I look forward to that, and some other stuff, basically including watching football, soccer. And today, that's one of the reasons that we didn't start earlier, because Sweden and Germany were playing. So and the 95th minute, my favorite team of the two Germans scored a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful goal. Nobody expected, but so brilliantly was put together. The two teams were very good and played good, both of them. But of course, I had my my favorite was Germany. So Nadia Perry, 32, California. Welcome. Lottie. Hello, Lottie. 39, UK. Tony, South Florida, 25. And he says, hey, are you familiar with narcissism? My ex is a textbook a narcissist, and went from love bombing to her devaluing me and discarding me. Well, that means you simply have to move on away from such characters who try to manipulate you, especially when they use this tactic of showering you with love and then pulling back. These are all control tactics and all full of shit. Just move on. Noura Ahmad. Noura, you haven't been around us for so long. I believe you used to. Zahin. Hey, Mehran, he says. How is everything going? Good, Zahin. Good to see you. Reese from, I believe, Sweden? Remember, guys, I don't remember. So, where are you tuning in from? How old you are? Please, don't forget. Reese says, good afternoon, Mehran. Good afternoon, Reese. Would have been quicker, but was watching the World Cup. Haha, me too. Tony Rodriguez Says she got with someone else within a month. Sad thing is she lead me along the whole time. She still messages me, then blocks me, so I can't respond. Yes, these are the narcissistic behavior. Don't worry. A narcissist is nothing that is a credit, is a discredit. That means they're not in touch with social behavior, social values. They're not confident. They're scared, and they are devaluated themselves in their own mind. They don't think they can measure up, so they resort, like any other bully, to mischief, to underhanded behavior, to cheating, to manipulating, to being devious, and all kinds of things. They use different tactics. If it's a girl, she may use dissatisfaction, demeaning, or sex. If it's a guy, could use money and all these other behavior of putting the other one down. So you don't have to pay attention to that. Simply be wise to it. Move away from her. You block her, so she won't be able to get in touch with you. And don't be surprised, guys, especially I'm talking to guys, when you break up and your girl suddenly goes in a matter of days or a week or a month, goes out with somebody else, and don't be surprised. It doesn't mean that you lost something good, that she's so sought after because she's so special. No. And making you feel, oh, you lost something so great because see somebody else she's not with. No. Every single girl is got lineups of other guys waiting to get to her pants. That's simple. That's the main reason why it is so easy for them to find somebody. Not because they're so special and that would make you feel, oh, I lost something special because there were so many other guys waiting for her. No, other guys are always waiting for any girl that is available and it suits them. So don't think that there's something wrong with you if she finds somebody so quickly. It's easy for a girl to find somebody quickly. All she has to do is to look at someone with a little smile, and that's the end of it. Because the guys don't really care about who she is, what she is. They are only programmed for procreation, and they go toward her. So it doesn't mean she's special, just the way the guys are in their genes. A heterosexual male is programmed to pursue a female. So that should not make you feel like, oh, that guy is better than you, or she was such a good catch that, look, somebody else is after her. No. Just understand that she is no longer qualified because she has chosen not to be with you, and that's a disqualifier, and then leave her be. She can do whatever she wants to do. Now, let's see. El Haj says, can a girl like you for who you are? Of course. And choose you to marry her even though there is a lot of guys with money who wants to marry her? Well, when she chooses you over all those other guys who want to marry her, that means she chooses you. That means she wants you. She likes you for who you are. So, what is the question? Of course. Nura says she's been busy. Good. Reese says, London, 27. I see. El Haj says 23 from Minnesota. Emmanuel, 25. And I have a Russian alphabet here. I think it's Alexandra. No. Alexan? I can't figure out the last two. It must be the first. The A and P. Alexa. Anyhow, so maybe you can kindly write it in English alphabet. I could read it, and then I would know how old you are and where you're tuning in from, and if you're a man or a woman. Ayush says, hello, Mehran. Hi. Lottie says, I find certain things difficult to do. Everyone does. Why do we try and beat ourselves up? Why don't we be kinder to ourselves? It would make doing things, little things, easier to do if we didn't. Well, why shouldn't you be kinder to yourself? Just love yourself. Be kind to yourself. If you're not kind to yourself, who would be? Who else would be loving you more than you can appreciate and respect and love yourself? If you don't, others won't either. First, you got to get used to the fact that you can be loved. You're lovable, and you can be liked, and you can be respected. You're respectable. And for that, you got to treat yourself right. Treat yourself with class. Be good to yourself. Think good about yourself. Love yourself. Be respectful to yourself. Expect, at the same time, expect others to behave with you properly. And then the others will feel that energy and will comply. And let's see what we have. Alexander, male, Alessandra from Japan says Alexander. Yeah, I thought so. It's a male. You're talking about the Russian alphabet. Yes, yes, I think so too. Petra, hi from Germany. Guten Tag. Congratulations. What a magnificent end of the game between Germany and Sweden. It was just amazing. At the end, the shot by Cruz, it was a magnificent, bending shot. I enjoyed it. So, good job. Sehr gut. Yes, I know. I was watching it, Petra. I was watching it. My favorite team, Germany. Lottie says, waste of time beating ourselves or bratting ourselves. Alessandra says, Alexander Mel, yes. Rachel says, hi there. Hello, Rachel. Alessandra says, I'm studying Russian. That's why I know. Good. Yes, yes. I couldn't figure out the last two alphabets. So you're studying Russian, then that's good. That's good. So, so you're studying Russian for what? Studying for university, or you're just interested in the language? So, очень приятно. Рад с вами познакомиться. Я говорю немного по-русски. Just немного. Enough to put myself in trouble. Lottie says, so logically, I don't want to be tough about mistakes. And yet, I find the emotions of disappointment in myself, which is totally pointless and self-indulgent. It is tough to see the sense. Yeah, well, don't be too tough on yourself. You're a human being and you're entitled to misjudgments and mistakes. Just learn from it, but don't beat yourself up. Why? Who do you think you are? Who do you think any one of us is? We're not Aristotles. We are not those wise of the world. We can make mistakes. Tony says, at time, I want to get revenge on this girl for leading me on, lying to me, wasting my time. spreading lies about me and trying to destroy my ego with many nasty, devaluating things. She said to me, well, why do you think you endured it? You allowed her to keep you hostage due to your desire for sexual enjoyment and pleasure with her. If you can control that and if you can understand that, then simply don't give a damn about having sex with her. Therefore, you would not take her bullshit and you would respond to her that you have no interest in being in any kind of a relationship with her, and her words becomes meaningless, her opinion about you, because those opinions are not true, they're not factual, they are used for manipulating you, to belittling you, to dominate you, and to make her feel good. You should not give her that pleasure by simply standing strong, believing in yourself, and knowing that she is full of shit. Anybody who affects the other person in a negative manner is full of shit. Simple. Is weak and full of shit. It is very easy to hurt people, but it's very important and difficult to heal people. If you have that ability to heal people, you got something. If you got an ability to hurt people, that's not an ability. Everybody can do it, and it's very simple. And that's because their own shortcoming is lack of confidence in themselves to be able to measure up and deal and negotiate daily life. So what they do, they try to find any way, since they cannot shine on normal levels, they try to find any way to destroy something in order for them to seem like they are more valuable or higher than the person that they just try to devaluate. Tony says, is it normal? I'm taking the high road, but she was so nasty to me and so damaging that it's hard not to take revenge. With the things she hides the most, her true self to her family. Just move away from that piece of shit. That's all. Don't have to prove anything to her. She already knows. She is banking on the fact that others will not know who she is and others would see her in a certain image. That's all. But she knows the truth. And all you have to do is simply, if she is uttering nasty words to you, you just tell her you're really beneath the level that I would want to socialize with. Therefore, move on and play your game with somebody else. The jig is up. I know who you are. Go on. You don't worth my time. Simple. Because whatever you say to her, she's still going to be struggling to make her look this and that and argue with it. But she damn well knows that she's a piece of nothing. So don't bother your time. Move on and positive things and find other beautiful, wonderful friends, and find a new girlfriend, build your life and accomplish your tasks and bring a positive energy to your life instead of hanging around these kind of I call them dementors, like Harry Potter movies. They just suck your energy because they really can't do anything, create anything positive, and they try to destroy other things in order for them to feel good about themselves. Don't give them that pleasure. Just move on. Don't interact with them. Just move on. Move away from it. Just like you see dog shit in the street, what do? You don't go play with it. You don't go try to say, oh, it's a dog shit. Yes, it is. That's what it is. So move away just like you do. The stink of it, the look of it, everything about it. Just move away. That's how you can. There's so many nonsense in the world. You can't just hang around and try to fix everything. Just move on. Whether they know what they are or not doesn't matter. You know it, and it's not suitable to you, so you move on. And Tony says, Elhaj says, why do I feel guilty for having time for myself after work or after school, I feel like I'm not doing enough. Yes, that's because all your childhood you were pressed to study, and now that you're not, you think you're doing something wrong. You've been conditioned. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to enjoy yourself. And after school, usually this happens because you've been conditioned to work hard on it, read and stuff, and then suddenly you're not doing it. So it's against your conditioning. Don't worry, it'll be okay. Pretty soon you'll think if you're studying, you're doing something wrong because you get used to the new way of the summer holiday stuff. And Tony says, family to expose her for the lying, which she is. I treated her like a queen. You shouldn't have. Queen, treat nobody like a queen unless they actually are acting as a queen, which is being cordial, kind, compassionate, duty-bound, responsible, wise, careful, patient, attentive, and, you know, be a good addition to your life. Otherwise, why? Why do you treat somebody like a queen? Because of sex, that's all. Because you were a pussy yourself in character. You wanted this girl, so you were willing to give everything you have just so that she would say, oh yeah, okay, you're a good boy. You're expecting other people, your girlfriend, to tell you you're a good boy or not. And for that, you've been giving all kinds of favors. And that's how you allowed somebody to manipulate you, because of your desire, in order to, through fulfilling your desire, fluff your ego, and you chose sex and a girlfriend to do that. And that is what it leads to if that girl is not wise enough, classy enough, and worthy enough. Spent so much money, and she lied about it, haha, like I was the worst guy ever. Well, then don't care about it, just move on. Do all that for somebody really nice, a woman that you really care for, and she really is honest and cares about you. Tony Rodriguez says, damn, truth is easy to hurt people. It's an ability to be able to lift people. Truth, yes. So Alexander says, hi man 24. Hi man. Hello woman. Hi man. Hi man. Alexander says, I'm 24 man, okay, and my name is Alexander. You forgot the man after it, because you say, hi man, I'm 24 man, my name is Alexander man. It should be there. About 1.5 months ago, man, had a breakup, man. Okay, then. And he says, it's really hard time for me. I don't consider myself as a beautiful guy. You mean handsome guy. Guys don't call themselves beautiful. They call themselves handsome. And also not all. Only 1 point, not tall. 1.7 meter is not tall. First of all, what's such a big deal about being tall that some of you guys have this chip on your shoulders? It's not the size that matters. I'm talking about your height. It's about how your consciousness, how your qualities, how your values, how you can help people, how you can help yourself, how you can accomplish your task, how you can learn, how you can research, how you can build a life. This is what being a man is. Being a man is not because something is dangling in front of you and you have the genitalia of a man. That's a male. To be a man is a character. It has nothing to do with how tall you are. It has nothing to do with how much hair you have. It's nothing to do with how fit you are. It's nothing to do with anything other than your consciousness, your passion, your wisdom, your reasonability, your abilities, your determination, building life, compassion, and respecting yourself and expecting respect from others towards you as well. Accomplishing your tasks. That's what a man is all about. Character. Not because you have a penis. That is a male. That's all. A donkey is a male. but not a man. He's got a penis, so he's a male. He's not a man. So if you expect yourself, because of your attributes, physical attributes, I should be tall, I should be handsome, I should be this, then I'm a man, then the girls like me. That's nonsense. In fact, the girls really care about, real good girls really care about what's inside you, your mentality, how you treat life, how you negotiate life, how you treat them, what are you capable of, what can you provide. All these things, character is what they're looking for. It is you who is looking for a pretty girl. You size up and measure up girls, compare them according to their looks and how beautiful and sexy they are in facial expressions, facial looks, and body fitness and all that. That's how we, mostly we guys, choose and measure up and compare the girls. That's how we think that a girl should be beautiful, to the point that you, each one of you, like it with different tastes. But that's not how the girls look at you. They don't expect you what you expect them to be. You expect them to be pretty. That's how you evaluate them. They don't look for you, for a guy, the way that the guy looks for a girl. You look for a pretty girl and you think the girl should be pretty. The girls don't think you should be pretty. You see, that's how you think that the girl should be pretty, therefore everybody goes for her. And you think, therefore, a boy should be pretty, so all girls would be attracted to her. That's not the case. It has nothing to do. And you're so out of sync with these comments of you're only 1.7. That means what? What does it have to do with you being a good human being and the girls liking you? Because of your height? It doesn't make sense to me. You have to have confidence in yourself. Girls like confidence. They like a guy who's got confidence. I don't care if the guy has 3 hands or 5 legs. I don't care how he looks. They care. You should only focus on how you treat your girlfriend, how you treat women, what kind of wisdom you have, what you learned, what you have researched, what have you made out of yourself. That's what the girls look for. How confident you are. That's what the girls look for in a man. Not the things that you look for in a woman. That's not what they're looking for in a man. So understand that and gain more confidence about yourself and go on, Alexander. And I have Olga. Hello, Olga. Well, I was just busy doing stuff and just didn't get around to it for a few days. And it was having every day anyhow, and it should be not so many times, I think. I was making some videos for the Persian TV channel, and also, as you know, a new video, short video I made about thinking, which I know you're busy making the thumbnail for it, and as soon as I have it, I'll upload it. But you have the link. You probably have seen it already. Tony says, you got some great knowledge, Mehran. Oh, thank you, Tony. And yeah, Alexander, I think I've already responded to you. That is not hard to find girl because you're 170 meter. That's nonsense, bullshit. Change your attitude about yourself. Understand where the quality is. The quality of a man is not in how you look, is not in how tall you are. It's not in the things that you are looking for in a girl. The girls are not looking in a man what you are looking for in a woman. You're looking for beauty and this and that, so forth. They're looking for character, confidence, and many other things, and has nothing to do or very little to do with how you look like. how tall are you? It can't be that shallow, and you shouldn't accept any girl that actually judges you based on how tall you are. Well, what? There's a stick taller. There's that flagpole is taller than all of us. Was that makes it a man capable of doing anything? It's all about characters. So the girl who actually goes for aesthetics of a man is a very only she goes for aesthetic of a man because she's got complexes. She's got incapabilities, and she looks at the way she compares herself with other girls about beauty and so on, and she wants to attain this level of being more and higher than other girls by attaining things that seem to be pleasant in appearance, such as a nice handbag, a good car, a maybe handsome boyfriend, or tall and this and that. But what's in that boyfriend? No matter how tall or how handsome is it? Is it full of shit, or is it quality, characters, and consciousness and conditionings? That is what they actually should be focusing on. So the ones who don't, that's not the kind of girl that you want to be around anyhow. It's a too shallow girl. All right. But most girls are smart. They're looking for quality. They're not looking for what things that you think they're looking for. No. Maybe a little bit, that's all. Tony Baleo says, you're a great counselor. Oh, thank you. Sandeep Sharma says, my friend just broke up of 6-year relationship. He and his girlfriend never had sex. Maybe that's why they broke up in relationship. 6 years relationship, and they are hopefully of legal age, old enough, over 21-year-old, and they haven't had sex for 6 years. Well, obviously, I don't know, what are they doing? Praying together? He and his girlfriend never had sex in relationship, but due to some reasons, his girlfriend broke up. Reason for breakup was she got better than him. Better than him, yeah, okay. All right. My question is, do sex really matter in relationship? Yes, of course it matters. Do having sex only make girl to stay for long time in relationship? Sex should not be used as a tool so some girl would feel like she wants to stay with him longer because she's been you know, she lost her flower to him and all these old bullshit values that now so she will have to stay with him and all that. That shouldn't be any concern or reason for having sex. But having sex is part of a relationship. If two people are adult and legal age of the country that they are in, and they give each other consent and they like each other, they wish to have sex, well, what's stopping them? Maybe some traditional values that you should be married or not, that's a different case. But we're talking about the societies and communities that this is an acceptable social behavior if they want to, if boyfriend and girlfriend want to have sex before marriage. We're talking about that. We're not, you know, interfering with their customs and cultures. But, you know, being in a relationship, in an adult relationship, consensual relationship, and you want to have sex, you know, a safe sex, and you both are, you know, assured that you both are healthy, and so on. So, what's wrong with having a sex? You know, and if you have sex, then you will be able to actually get to know each other better. Why? Because as long as you haven't had sex, you're attracted to each other because of the infatuations and the hormonal and the energy that the sexual attraction of each other have created, and that excitement that you want to have that. So you will put up with lots of shit that you really don't even like about each other. But because there's a chance that you eventually may have sex, you will put up with all that. And you won't even notice something is wrong with each one of you, because you see each other as an idol that will give you the ultimate pleasure, the sex. So you kind of have pulled a wool over your eyes and you can't see the the problems that each one of you could have for the other one. But once you already have had sex, then that steam, that energy kind of gets relaxed, and you'll be able to actually see and judge each other as far as a compatibility between your consciousnesses are there or not. And you're no longer blind in each other's behavior, social behavior, treating each other, because then you would be truly treat each other as you are, not as a theater that you're pretending you're such a nice guy, you're such a sweet person, you're such a caring person, all because you want to get into her pants. And maybe she's doing the same, tolerating everything, but really not in a true way. But once you guys have had sex, which is again based on your traditions and your consensual values and being old enough and all that, and once you've had sex, then you're not putting up with things artificially. You actually express yourself the way you are. You're not afraid of losing her favor for having sex with you. You actually show your real self so she can see who really you are, how you're made out of, put together. And and you will be able to see who she really is, and you don't have to hold back and like everything that she does and everything that she says. You'd be able to utter your own thoughts and behavior and values, and she will see the real you. That would be a healthier relationship than keeping that sexual interaction or sexual relationship dangling on each other's head, and you put up with everything. You can't see anything until you get married. Then you got married and you have sex and you say, okay, now what am I dealing with? All that I thought she was so wonderful was because you wanted sex. But now that you've had sex, you can see, oh, she's not really that great. I can't stand her because of her behavior. Now you're judging her on her behavior, on her consciousness, as a person, as a human that she is, or a human that he is. And then that would show you guys in a different light to each other. Lottie says, thanks for the advice. So if I by mistake hurt or cause bother to a good person, how should I apologize? Made just small mistake, but make small trouble for kind person. Should I feel guilty? Well, you know, you can just simply apologize the way you feel it's suitable, and that is it. You haven't killed anybody, you made a mistake. Okay, you bothered someone, you didn't mean it, or you realized and you apologized. Okay, what do you want to do with yourself? How much punishment is that for? What for? You made a mistake, you learn from it, you become a better person, and you move on. That's it. No guilt, not the guilt. Tony Rodriguez says, how tall is 1.7 meter? That's like 5'7" or 5'8", 5'7". Tony Rodriguez says, Trump is narcissist. He reminds me a little how my ex acted. Yeah, he is a narcissist, and definitely, in my opinion. Roman says, 31 male Israel. Hello, Roman. How are you? Roman says, hello, Mehran Agha. Hello, Roman. Thank you very much, Roman. I'm here with you guys. And he says, I hope you're doing well. Thank you again. And he says, I hope my English will be understandable. Of course it is. You've got a good command of English. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Please excuse me, sir, if it is not so. No, it is. No, your English is very good. There's nothing wrong with it. I hope that I understand in how to break the order of comfortable place in memory, so-called field of the known, of life with my wife that divorced with me. And my question is it to place myself in a new uncomfortable situation of life that will create a new order that will become comfortable order for me in the future? Does our life, is our life a circle or cycle of new orders, and our purpose to forget the older ones to create new? Thank you so much for your wisdom. Please, can you discuss about this? Well, it is not that you should find and look for uncomfortable order to put yourself through it and then for no reason. But as life flows, always there's going to be changes, and those changes are what disturbs the order that you are used to. Because through changes, you would have to change your mechanical process, the things that you do. With your wife, there were certain things that you guys did. You get up, you do things, you go about your businesses, school, whatever it is that you do, and people that you meet, people that you gather around, places you go, restaurants, sports activities, groups that you join, things that you do. This was a certain, in your job, in your leisure, certain mechanical process which creates an order, and the mind is looking for an order to feel safe and secure. That's why the brain, the mind, needs an order to feel psychologically secure. It looks for that order. So when that order is disturbed because of the divorce, then you can't do the same mechanical processes, the same things that you were used to. Therefore, because you don't do the mechanical processes as before, the order changes, and your mind used to be confident and secure with the old order, the order that you had when you were married, and now it feels disturbed. Therefore, it doesn't feel secure. Therefore, you don't feel that great or balanced. You feel upset, impatient, and so on, because the security level in the mind, which was through your order, is now changed. That is the natural discomfort that happens in life because of the changes that happens in life. And then you must find the mechanical processes of things that you now, in the new stage of your life, should do after your divorce, and you create new mechanical processes for you, replace that. That will take some time, and at the same time will create a new order for you, a new order of outside of your how it was when you were married. Then that new order eventually creates that security for your mind and your thoughts, that they fall into the rhythm of the new order, just like how it was for you before marriage. You had a certain order. You were doing certain things in a certain way. You had certain mechanical process, people you were hanging on with, coffee shops that you would go, the job that you would go, the discussions and groups that you would join, places that you would enjoy to be. All that had created a certain mechanical process which created a certain order of life for you, which your mind was comfortable with that. When you got married, at the beginning, it was very sweet, but then you realize that your order is now off balance because of the things that she wanted to do, and her order was disturbed because of your order was different than hers. So the two orders were actually disturbing each other until time passed. You guys created certain kind of mechanical processes together, and the new order was created for both of you. Now that order is broken again. So just like how it was before your marriage, you now will create that similar order on your own. Not the same as before when you were married, but a new order according to your age and to your interests and activities of today. And it will all be fine. Your mind will find, again, comfort, security, and finds refuge in that order and the new image that you will have of yourself in your own mind. Another problem is that you had a certain image of yourself in your mind when you were married. Now that is broken up, so you have a different image of your mind, of yourself. You have a different image of yourself in your mind compared to how it was when you were married. So you're not used to seeing yourself in this new image, which doesn't include the position of husband or position of your responsibility. However you used to draw this picture for yourself in your mind. You will get used to the new image of yourself, and you will begin to like it as soon as you get used to it and accomplish more stuff and meet new people, find a new girlfriend, and you should. And then things will change in that way. Hope that will help you with answering this question. Abena says, hello, so glad to be here. Hello, Abena. Let me know from where you're tuning in and how old you are. Emmanuel says, do you know French, Mehran? Je ne parle pas français, un petit peu, mais je ne parle pas français. Emmanuel, I suppose it's very necessary in Vancouver. No, actually not, because we are living in the English-speaking part of Canada. In the east part, mostly in Quebec, Montreal, and so on, yes, you would. It would be very helpful to know French. But nobody speaks French unless they're French, and they would speak English. Tony says, has Western culture, feminism, brainwashing of media killed the courtship of yesterday and destroyed the dating scene of our modern society? Has Western culture by itself, there's nothing wrong with it. You're talking about the feminism that started in Western culture, apparently you meaning, and you consider that a brainwashing of the media to change the perception of the traditional image of a female into the society has killed the courtship. That's, I think, what you mean. I'm trying to translate your question of yesterday and destroyed the dating scene of modern society. Well, it's not about if feminism is responsible for how dating scene is today. Feminism is by itself having its own flow. It has nothing to do with affecting how dating is or is not today. But if it has, well, everything else also affects how things used to be and how things are or how things will be. The change is always inevitable. It doesn't mean it's good or bad. It just means change is there, and yet still the same kind of values and protocols of yesterday could exist regardless of the societies is engaged in entertaining or making part of its own feminism or not. You can still find people who enjoy the old-fashioned courtship. Some girls still enjoy that. Some men still go for that kind, and some don't, and they would choose different kinds that is going on today, more a new type of approaches and so on. But that shouldn't have anything to do with feminism. Maybe a bit, but people will find the right matches regardless of if they're feminist or not. They will, if they are, they'll find what matches them. If they're not, they will find whatever suits them. So we can't hold feminism responsible, solely responsible completely for how dating is today. No, some people like to exercise that feminism, as you know, and some people don't. So it's not like they have taken over and that's the only way that every woman is. Some people prefer it, some people don't, and that's fine. Olga says, it's almost done. Ah, good. Very good video. Also, I feel somehow privileged to watch it before anyone else. Yeah. Your premiere viewing. El Haj says, hello sir, what do you think of men who generalize all women are the same? They all cheat. Well, you can't generalize all, because it's not true. Not all women cheat. Some do, and the same way for men. Some men cheat, not all, but some do. So we can't, measure everyone with the same measuring stick. It's just not right. It's not fair. To each his own. Some people like to behave this way, and then they will see the repercussion of it. And the other person has the right to choose this way or that way. Let me close this window. There's some heavy perfume of some kind. It's driving me nuts. What is that smell? Some smell of sweets, some soapy thing. And I don't like it. There. So, First Lass says hello from India. Hello there. Lottie says, sometimes like with paperwork, for example, you can get in a twist about it. Then that's sort of thing. I will get better at it. Like things with paperwork and computers is confusing. I feel silly. Why? Yeah, well, you make mistakes and you learn from it, Lottie. Don't be so critical about it. Don't bother yourself too much about it. Excalibur says, hola, Mero. Hola, Excalibur, where have you been? You are very early. Are you coming for the next show? Early for the next show or late for this one? I'm near the beach and listening to you, answering questions with the sound of the wave is a great experience. Well, my dream is when we have enough subscribers that I can actually completely dedicate my time to what I love and passionate for, and talk to you guys from Hawaii, so I can enjoy every day pondering and coming up with ways to express the movement of our mind and effects of our inner psyche on our daily life, and explore that with you guys. But it will be where I want to be as well. I consider Hawaii my home, at least in my mind. David, hello David, age 23, Dallas, Texas, thank you. And David says, hello Mehran. Roman says, thank you very much for your wisdom, sir. You're welcome, Roman. Hope that it is helpful to you. Petra says, isn't it amazing that human beings are able to suffer so much? I always wonder why nature equipped us with this ability to suffer deeply. Okay, I need to take a short break for maybe 1 minute just to check and see if I can close, make sure things are closed, that soapy smell doesn't keep coming here. Just 1 moment, guys, yeah? All right, we are back after station identification. I don't know, I can't help it. I don't know where it's coming from. Somebody is using, I don't know, eating soap or something. So Petra says, isn't it amazing that human beings are able to suffer so much? I always wonder why nature equipped us with this ability to suffer deeply. It's a good question. There must be a reason for it. Was it necessary to survive? Well, you know, if we didn't have this ability to endure suffering, we would not advance, we would not do anything. Just imagine the fact that women give birth. That pain, that excruciating pain, worst, possibly worst pain ever. I guess the closest pain to it is kidney stone. That kind of a pain and agony, anguish, that whole suffering and experience to give birth, and at that time they would think they would never, ever, ever want to get pregnant ever again, and even goes to the point that they would hate their husband while actually they're giving birth. But about few days or a week after that, or a month or so after that, they're willing and ready to do it again, because they have this ability to forget trauma, forget hardship, forget sufferings, forget pain. If we didn't have this ability, we couldn't do anything, because every experience has its own pain. And if we couldn't have dealt with it, we wouldn't want to do anything else ever of that sort. So that is in fact a blessing that we have that capability. Sandeep Sharma says, so do sex has upper hand in relationship than care, understanding, loving nature? No, I didn't say that. I said it has its own place. I didn't say it's, replacing all that. Excalibur says, listening to you while I'm going for a relaxing night drive. So should have been here, Mehran. You're missing out. Yeah, I'm sure it must be nice in Spain. Yeah, you're in Spain. And talking about Spain, such a good game it was. Spain and Iran, they played very well. And Iran did play very well. They almost actually had, could have won maybe 3 points, three scores. and it just so happened that it ricocheted, and but it was a good game, very good game. Spain has a great team. Sandeep says, it has been a year since breakup, still miss my ex GF and once broken, and now don't want to invest much more emotion on other girls. Well, what does it have to do with other girls? That was that girl. Not every girl is the same. You know, you should have everything in its own place. All right. Just one moment. All right. For the life of me, I don't know what that soapy smell is. All right. You should go on and experience relationships and don't perceive girls with the eye of the past, with your experience of the past girlfriend. Each human being is different. Give yourself a chance and give them a chance to actually show themselves as they are rather than perceiving them. Olga says, oh, I have a question today. Because of our ego, we are sometimes so salty on people who didn't choose us. But how to actually stop it? Well, you're waiting for them to qualify you and to choose you. You should get in the habit of you choosing the ones who actually are qualified in your opinion. And one of the qualifying and disqualifying most important points of it all should be if they actually choose you or not. If they do, then you can proceed and see what other qualifications you expect from them to have before you choose them. And if they don't choose you, then that already should disqualify them. Not that they disqualified you. You should look at it as, I disqualified them. I do not find them qualified because they do not have this capability, this point in them, which is choosing me. So if they haven't chosen you, you should disqualify them right away. Not that, oh, please choose me. No, you don't choose me. I don't want to have it to consider you as a candidate. That's how you should look at it rather than the other way around. So don't be a victim. Be the chooser. Don't just be waiting to be chosen. Also be the chooser. And to qualify them, they must first qualify the first point, which is they should choose you. If they didn't, that's what disqualifies them, not that it disqualifies you. That's one way to look at it. Olga. Petra says, maybe it is because in formal times we were not able to survive alone, we were dependent on others. I'm not sure if it has a direct relationship to your question about suffering and how we endure it. So guys, it looks like that I've hit all the questions, at least as quickly as I could. So I'd like to thank you again for being with me for this hour, and look forward to talk to you again, maybe tomorrow. And be good to yourself, to the others. Love you all. Thanks for spending time with me, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.